Hi, this is Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally. Today I am going to flip 4 items that I got at the Goodwill bins, and I am going to use some IOD scraps to use them up before the summer IOD collection comes out. So this book is actually a pleather of sorts. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it was pretty rough. The interior looked phenomenal. Great journal, great, not a mark in it. But the exterior looks like it was pretty beat up. So I'm just going to start by just lightly sanding off all of the loose bits and pieces, clean that up, and then I am going to take this pretty color Desert Rose, and I have this left over from the IOD Spring Basket Challenge that I did a few weeks ago. If you didn't see that basket, you are definitely going to want to check that out. I used the crabapple molds and it came out absolutely gorgeous. So if you have a picnic basket or another basket that you'd like to upcycle, you would really like that one. Now, I'm not a fan of red. I don't have much red in my home at all, so I am simply using this here to change the color tone. And because the IOD transfers from the Madeline collection has a lot of this rosy tone in it, I'm using that for my backdrop. I cut off 2 of these beautiful corner pieces, and I am going to go ahead and transfer those right on over the paint. And this is a flexible fabric, I guess you'd say, the book, like leather. And so it went on very easily. And once I get both of those on, I want to just pick out a couple just other little bits and pieces from that same transfer booklet to dress that up just a little bit more. And I am going to trim this in a antique gold rub and buff all around those rough edges. And then I decide to go ahead over the top because it has an embossed print in that pleather on the top. Maybe should have, maybe should not have. That's a personal preference. If I did it again, I probably wouldn't. That's a little more gold than I actually like, but it did bring out that detail, so that's personal preference there. And then I decide to add one little butterfly on that. And then on the back, I am just going to take the IOD stamp, and that's the script stamp, and I am just going to put that on the back. And here it is. I think that came out very sweet, much better than the red, and at least now it's something that, pretty to display and is more usable, I think, for a journal than it was. So if you're enjoying this at all, please hit the like. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And then we will move on to item number 2. It is a good idea to use up your air dry clay after a while before it does dry out. If you have it in a Ziploc bag with a wet paper towel, that does usually help it to remain pliable for a while. But nonetheless, if I have it, I do like to use it before too long. So I'm just going to take a roll that out kind of thin, and then I'm going to just take a circle. I happen to have this thing in front of me, so I'm going to use that. And then I am going to place this in a bowl the size that I am looking for. You can put it on the bottom, you can put it on the top, you can put it over anything, a seashell, anything that you have that you want to reproduce the shape of. I leave that overnight till that's good and dry, and then take my finger sander and lightly sand all around the edges just to smooth that out. And then once I have that done, I want to go ahead and paint this with some Mod Podge because I don't want it to break. And I have this shiny, glossy Mod Podge that I think will help it not just look a little bit more porcelain, but also keep it from any breakage. And so once I get a good coat on both sides, I'm going to let that dry thoroughly and then move on. And the other thing about the Mod Podge is it helps the transfers or the decoupage paper stick. So if you have a napkin or you want to use some decoupage paper, you can put that right on. I am waiting for the next day or at least a few hours later when this is good and dry. I tried to take this gold marker that I had purchased to go around the outside edges and I have a really beautiful gold paint pen and I cannot find it, but not crazy about the way this gold came out. It was very light. So I just took another bit of transfer from, this one's from, I think, a Rose by Any Other Name from the IOD collection, and using that up, I want to snip around the circle there and then just go ahead and lightly press that down. Once I get that transfer on there, then I am going to add one more butterfly to that from that booklet, and then go ahead with a different with the gold rub and buff, since I can't find that pen. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I put these things in a safe place and then I don't know where that safe place is. But in any case, I will stumble across it, I'm sure. So for now, I have that gold rub and buff out. So I'm just going to go around the outside edges with that. I think that definitely is a little stronger gold and brings out what I'm looking for from the transfer for that. So it's very simple, very easy, but I think sweet for a little ring holder if you're looking to give somebody a little gift. So I have it here in my kitchen on my hutch, and it's a very sweet and simple thing. If you happen to have some air dry clay, I think it's a good place to start with that. So let me know what you think about that, item number 2. And then item number 3, I am going to use some more of that clay up, and I have this sweet little bunny mold, and I wanted to use up that clay, but also I was thinking along the lines of Mother's Day. I'm too late for this, but I thought for maybe an expectant mother or a nursery or a baby shower, that this would be something that would be easy enough to reproduce. These blocks you can get anywhere, but obviously you can just use a block of wood. I happen to pick these 3 blocks up at the Goodwill bins for like 20 cents a piece. So I had them in my stash and decided, well, this would be a cute thing to start with. So you can make your own chalk paint out of any paint that you have if you buy calcium carbonate and add it to your paint. And the instructions are on there, but I am using just a little bit of some white latex paint that I have in my stash, and I am adding a couple of tablespoons to that mixture. You can add a little water to water that down and then get the consistency that you want. You can add more or less depending upon how thick you want, or if you want it to have more texture, and then that gives it more of a chalk finish. I happen to get this entire new bag on the good table at my dump, so free to me. So this was a great way for me to give this a try, and I knew that I was going to have to probably put 2 coats on to cover the red, but it did thicken, that paint pretty good and fill in some of the gaps with the where I had adhered the bunny to the block. So giving that a good 2 coats of paint all the way around to cover that completely. And then once that is thoroughly dry, I am going to come back in with the gold rub and buff, and I am going to highlight those bunnies and add the gold around the edges of the block, because I want to turn this into a picture holder, or, it doesn't have to be a picture frame, but I'm thinking baby picture here for a new mother or something. And that gold, the metal picture frame piece that I have happens to be in this same bronzy gold tone. So I thought that that would work perfectly for me, but obviously it depends upon what you want to do with yours. Now I did just have to drill a little hole in the top of the block and just put that little picture frame thing right in there. And then, of course, I don't have a baby picture right handy, so I went ahead and just added a few other little things that could also be used. This doesn't certainly have to be for a baby's room. You could do anything you want with it. I thought afterwards that it would have been cute if I had used my bird mold and put some birds on here as well, or the bird and nest mold. There's just any number of things you could do with yours depending on what molds or what you have available, even a cookie cutter. So use what you have. always my motto, don't go out and buy something new if you've already got something you can use up. So here it is here, a couple different shots, and I thought that that came out very sweet. But it does lend itself to nursery, I think, with the bunnies on it. And then lastly, I just have this rolling pin in my stash, and I have so many of them that I am going to paint this one up and use, again, some of those IOD scraps to, move them out before I go and buy any more. I like to use up what I have if I can, and I am definitely looking forward to the IOD summer release next week, I think. So I want to, use what I can. So I'm just, again, using that same white paint in the center. I am using some pretty green paint to match the IOD transfer on the handles. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this beautiful rose botanical from that IOD transfer booklet by any other name. And then right on top of that, I am going to take some of this wording that came in that same booklet and give that a little bit more of a vintage feel with some antiquing glaze, but also any wax would work as well over top, or even a poly. This is obviously decorative and not for use in the kitchen, but I thought, again, another good gift for Mother's Day, or if you have anybody that you want to fill a basket for. That is a fairly inexpensive thing. I picked this rolling pin up for probably $1 at the bins, but I have seen them in thrift stores for $2, and they're pretty easy to come by. So those are my 4 gifty kind of summer vibe items. If you want to drop me a heart and let me know that you are still here with me, I would appreciate it. And I thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you in the next one, which might very well be the IOD summer release. So take care.